how long can and how long should we be putting up with this incompetence that is found in the African National Congress, ANC?
Gauteng provincial government is spending 34 million rand each month. That's just to rent space for its 11 head offices in the Johannesburg CBD. That's despite owning 41 vacant buildings across the province. Now, Premier Panyaza Lesufi has flagged that spending as wasteful and has appointed an independent forensic company or firm to assess the value of the lease agreements and investigate possible wrongdoings.
Listen to that story. The Gauteng government is spending 34 million rand a month, every month, on renting a property for its 11 departments for 34 million rand a month, while they're having 41 vacant buildings that they own. Tell me if this is not incompetence of the highest order. Tell me if this is not corruption of the highest order. How is it possible that we as a province, we as a country, are putting up with these people stealing from us, destroying our economy? They do not know what they're doing. But at least in terms of stealing and thieving and all that, they do know what they're doing. And listen to the reaction of a leader, Premier Panyaza Lesufi. Think about it. When he learns about this, he's going to institute some sort of an inquiry, forensic investigation. Guess who's going to pay for it? You and I, residents of the province of Gauteng, South Africans. We're going to pay for that. Just for him to be able to determine if this lease is lawful or unlawful, so to speak. So they are spending money, unlawfully so, and to find out, it's almost like they are the criminal, they are the police, they're investigating themselves, and they are the prosecutor trying to prosecute themselves, and they also the judge. What's so difficult about Panyaza Lesufi finding out from the Department of, say, Public Works within the province, whoever the MEC is, I think it's MEC Mamabolo. What happened here? Why are we doing this? And worst part is that Panyaza Lesufi finds out after 2 years. Now think about that lease every month. In a year, it costs over 400 million. In 2 years, by now it's almost $1 billion that this department, this government of Gauteng, under the leadership of Panyaza Lesufi, under the leadership of the ANC, they've spent $1 billion rand. Not because they do not have buildings, but they do have buildings. And when they're being asked the explanation as to why, they say no, those buildings are not good to be inhabited by any of the people working there. Simply because they neglected those buildings, they stole the maintenance money, they will not maintain those buildings, and now today they do not have money. And they're talking about a private-public partnership. And to add an insult to injury, listen to what he says. He's saying that whatever this forensic investigation is going to uncover, we do not know when we're going to get that report. And we might not get it, because South Africans, we get a short concentration spell. So this is now, the premier is going to be outraged, like, hey, I want to know what's happening here and all these things. I wouldn't be surprised if he already knew about this anyway in the first place. And another story comes along, we forget about this. And this report, nobody even asked a question about it, including the media for that matter. And life keeps going. They continue with the lease. And I wouldn't be surprised even the lease is got connection with the ANC. Got connection with the government of the ANC. It's one of the comrades, so to speak. So I'm just appalled. You know, nothing surprises me today what the ANC has done. I mean, here they are. They wanted to put this vet thing through, irrespective of everybody fighting against it or not. They did it with the ETOs as well. They were pushing them through. They will ram them. these e-tolls down our throats, whether we're protesting, whether we don't like them, and all those things, only to change the decision later when the money has already been spent. Today, the Gauteng government has to pay for the e-tolls, even though the people told them from the word-go that please do not bring the e-tolls. We do not want them. We can't afford them. They still went ahead and they wanted to do with the VAT. If they had the majority, the VAT will be implemented today at 2% for that matter. So let me know, why are we putting up with this nonsense in South Africans? I'm so frustrated. Like, you will think somebody like Panyaza Lesufi, a premier, will say like 400 million is being spent a year. And this thing has been running for a little bit over 2 years, R1 billion. Let's get to the bottom of this like now. Now he's gonna appoint a forensic investigation and all those things that he's gonna pay hundreds and thousands of rands, if not millions, just to uncover probably the most obvious scam, so to speak, because this is a scam for people to thieve. How do you have 41 buildings that are empty, vacant, that you own throughout the whole province, and yet you go and rent somewhere else without any logical explanation? South Africa, I think we need to wake up. And I know a lot of people, they're waking up. Hence the 2024 elections, they've shown us that the people are tired of this incompetence and thievery and thuggery that the ANC government is doing. And I'm so disappointed even in Panyaza Lesufi. I'm not surprised, by the way. So just disappointed. There's no sense of agency, you know. And anywhere where the ANC is governing all that, whenever there's issues, things like this, where they need to be moving with a sense of agency and embarrassment and things like that, no, they want to institute a judicial commission of inquiry, and that's the strategy of President Ramaphosa as well. Any problem the solution to any problem that he encounters, he goes and establishes a commission of inquiry, and that commission will run for 6 months, a year, and all these things, and the report will come out. Nobody will care about it. People would have moved on and all that. So I think South Africa, we're at the precipice. We cannot afford to have these people any longer. They've been given enough time for them to redeem themselves. They failed, you know. And here we are today spending R1 billion in 24 months just to rent a building while we have a building. It's like me renting a house somewhere else while I have a house where I don't even owe anything on that, but yet I'm paying rent somewhere else because it's not my money. It's not their money. They don't care, you know. So somebody every month is authorizing that 34 million and all that. And Panyaza is like, oh, I don't know what was happening. I'm going to investigate and all that. As if that's showing that he's doing his job. Let me know what you think about this. What are we going to do as South Africans? Let me know in the comments. What should we be doing? I know we need to vote different and all that. But I think we need to also find another way to hold them accountable, to hold them on hot coals, embarrass them, expose them, so that they know that we are aware. We've caught up to their scheme of thievery and those type of things. And the people of South Africa, they've been stolen. The poor, they've been stolen from. No wonder our cities in Gauteng, they look like this. Go to Joburg, go to Pretoria CBD and other areas. They look like a dump, you know. And because of the incompetence and the corruption of this organization.